Buddha Galton emphasized the immense power held within our words to his disciples. He likened our speech to the sharpest knife, capable of both great good and harm. According to him, although words may not physically wound, they possess the ability to inflict deep emotional pain. Words can serve as a source of strength, yet if misused, they become a weakness. Buddha stressed the importance of knowing when, where, and how much to speak. Speaking kindly and wisely at appropriate moments can lead to success, while unkind or ill-timed words can complicate our lives significantly. Today, I want to share a story illustrating the significance of silence and its transformative power. This tale will shed light on how embracing silence can profoundly impact one's life. The sun, a molten orb, descended behind the ancient cherry blossom trees, casting long shadows over the tranquil forest. The air was imbued with the scent of blooming flowers, mingling with the earthy aroma of moss-covered stones. Amidst this natural symphony, the monastery stood as a sanctuary of peace, its walls weathered by centuries, its roofs adorned with intricate carvings that whispered tales of wisdom. In this ethereal moment, Kaito, a young monk of profound serenity, emerged from the monastery's sacred halls. His eyes, the color of the clearest skies, held a depth that seemed to touch the very essence of existence. With each step, his flowing robe, the color of the first light of dawn, rustled in harmony with the evening breeze. His presence, a blend of humility and wisdom, commanded respect from even the ancient trees that observed in timeless silence. Inside the monastery, the monks gathered, their footsteps muted by the soft carpets that lined the floors. The room, lit by the warm glow of lanterns, felt like a sacred cocoon, shielding them from the outside world. The evening ritual was about to commence, a silent meditation under the sacred vow of tranquility. As the monks settled into their places, the flickering candle at the center of the room captured their attention. Its flame danced like a lost spirit, flickering with each passing breeze. The air was pregnant with anticipation, and yet it was as still as the surface of a perfectly calm lake. In unison, the monks lowered their heads, their eyes closing in silent reverence. Kaito, the embodiment of calm, led them in the vow of silence. His voice, gentle as the rustle of leaves in the wind, washed over the room like a soothing melody. "We enter the realm of silence," he whispered, his words carrying the weight of centuries of wisdom. "In this silence we find the echo of our souls, the resonance of our existence. Let the world outside fade, and let the universe within awaken." As the room fell into profound silence, the candle's flame flickered, as if testing the resolve of the monks. Shadows danced on the walls, ancient spirits weaving stories in the darkness. The wind, ever curious, crept through the crevices, caressing the flames with ghostly fingers. Kaito's eyes remained closed, his mind a vast, tranquil lake undisturbed by ripples of external chaos. Beside him, his fellow monks strived to emulate his composure. Yet, in the face of the candle's dance with the wind, the first tremors of distraction quivered in their minds. "The candle," murmured one, a note of concern lacing his voice. "It struggles against the wind. Should we protect its flame?" Kaito's lips curved in a ghost of a smile, a testament to his unwavering tranquility. "In protecting the flame, we protect our own inner light," he responded without opening his eyes, his voice a mere whisper in the vastness of the room. "Let the wind teach us the strength of our inner resolve." Yet another monk, his patience tested, could not withstand the flickering flame's silent challenge. Breaking the vow, he exclaimed, "The candle, it wavers in defiance of our silence. Must we not intervene?" Kaito, the embodiment of serenity, opened his eyes, their depths reflecting the dance of the candle's flame. "Our silence, like the candle, is not without challenges," he said, his voice carrying the weight of ancient mountains. "It is in facing these challenges that our true strength is revealed." And so, in the flickering candlelight, the monks found themselves not merely in a battle against the wind, but in a profound confrontation with their own inner tempests. The room, once silent, now echoed with the subtle struggles of souls striving for peace. And amidst it all, Kaito remained, a beacon of unwavering calm in the heart of the storm, his very presence a testament to the power of silence, the power of the undisturbed mind, and the power of the awakening spirit. The moon ascended, a silvery goddess casting her gentle glow upon the forest, where shadows danced in a silent celebration of the night. Inside the monastery, the monks resumed their meditation. The room, enveloped in the moon's ethereal light, seemed to breathe in harmony with the forest outside. It was a night pregnant with possibilities, an orchestra of nocturnal sounds serenading the seekers of inner peace. As the monks settled back into their silent communion, the forest joined their meditation. Leaves rustled like delicate whispers, and distant animal calls resonated through the night, creating a melodic backdrop to their shared journey. The candle, its flickering flame now harmonized with the ambient sounds, stood as a silent witness to their determination. Yet the night was not silent. Disturbances, both subtle and grand, emerged like ghosts from the depths of the forest. A rustle here, a distant echo there, the monks faced a challenge greater than the wind, the cacophony of nature itself. Kaito, the stalwart leader, encouraged his fellow monks to embrace these disturbances, teaching them that even in the midst of chaos, there existed a silent core, a sanctuary of tranquility. One monk, his eyes darting at every sound, succumbed to anxiety. His breaths quickened, breaking the rhythmic pattern of meditation. The silence he had so diligently embraced now felt oppressive, the very essence of his fear closing in like a vice. His struggle became palpable, his heartbeats an erratic drum in the otherwise still room. Kaito, his eyes pools of compassion, approached the distressed monk, placing a hand gently on his shoulder. "Fear is but a shadow," he whispered, his voice a soothing balm. "Embrace it, and you will find that even shadows dissipate in the presence of light." Across the room, another monk's brow furrowed, his silent meditation marred by the distant sounds of the forest. Anger welled within him, a storm threatening to shatter his fragile tranquility. He clenched his fists, the silent battle within him reflected in the tension of his muscles. Kaito, his gaze unwavering, moved towards this monk, his presence a calming force. "Anger, too, is a teacher," he murmured, his words like drops of water quenching a fiery thirst. "Acknowledge it, and you will find that understanding is born from the crucible of emotions." The third monk, a silhouette in the moonlight, cast wary glances at the darkness beyond the monastery walls. His imagination painted monsters in the shadows, and his breaths caught in his throat with every imagined rustle. Fear, ancient and primal, gripped him, its icy fingers squeezing his heart. Kaito approached, his eyes mirrors reflecting the monk's fear. "Fear is a messenger from the depths of your being," he said, his voice a whisper like the wind in the leaves. "Listen to its message, and you will find that it carries secrets only the brave can comprehend." Under Kaito's gentle guidance, the monks confronted their fears, their anger, and their anxieties. The room, once a battleground of emotions, transformed into a temple of understanding. Each disturbance, once a challenge, became a lesson, and in the quietude of their shared realization, the monks found a new strength. As the night wore on, the monks returned to their meditation, but this time, their silence was not a mere absence of words. It was a profound acceptance of the world's chaos, a realization that in embracing disturbances, they found a deeper stillness within. The candle's flame, once a flickering symbol of challenge, now burned with a steady, unwavering light, mirroring the tranquility that resided within each monk. In the heart of the night, amidst the symphony of the forest, the monks achieved a harmony that transcended the physical realm. They had embraced the disturbances, faced their inner tempests, and emerged not as warriors, but as sages, their understanding of the world and themselves deepened by the challenges they had faced. And thus, in the silence of the night, the monks found not only peace but a profound connection with the universe, their souls echoing the ancient wisdom of the stars, their hearts beating in rhythm with the eternal dance of existence. Dawn tiptoed through the forest, painting the sky in hues of pink and gold. The first light of morning filtered through the canopy, casting a warm glow upon the monastery. In this gentle radiance, the monks resumed their meditation. The room, washed in the soft light, seemed to breathe with the rhythm of nature itself. Birds, stirred by the awakening day, added their melodic notes to the silent chorus of serenity. Kaito, his eyes reflecting the colors of the rising sun, led his fellow monks back into their meditative state. The candle, once flickering in the face of challenges, now stood tall and unwavering, its flame a beacon of inner strength. As the monks settled, they did not merely close their eyes. They embraced the dawn within, allowing the first light of morning to illuminate the chambers of their souls. The room, once a battleground of distractions, had transformed into a sanctuary of acceptance. The disturbances, once feared adversaries, were now welcomed guests. Each flicker of the candle, each distant rustly, was met with a smile of recognition. The monks had learned that in accepting the world as it was, they found the power to change how they perceived it. Kaito's eyes, filled with a wisdom that surpassed his years, roamed over his companions. Their faces, once marred by struggle, now glowed with an inner light. They had embraced their imperfections, acknowledged their fears, and in doing so, had found unity. No longer did they see disturbances as threats, but as threads woven into the tapestry of existence, enriching the fabric of their shared journey. The candle, placed at the heart of the room, stood as a silent testament to their inner transformation. Its flame, once challenged by the wind, now stood tall and steady. Its dance harmonized with the subtle breeze that caressed the room. It was not a flame merely lit from wick and wax. It was a symbol, a living metaphor for the monks' own inner light. In their meditation, the monks understood that silence was not the absence of disturbances, but the acceptance of them. With every flicker of the candle, they acknowledged the dance of life. With every distant sound, they recognized the melody of existence. Their minds, once turbulent seas, were now serene lakes, mirroring the beauty of the world around them. As the morning sun bathed the room in a golden embrace, the monks lingered in their meditative state, not in reluctance to leave, but in reverence for what they had discovered. The world outside was as chaotic as ever, but within, in the chambers of their souls, they had found an eternal silence that no disturbance could breach. Kaito, his eyes reflecting the peace of 1,000 lifetimes, rose from his meditation, his movements as graceful as a leaf carried by the wind. The other monks followed suit, their steps light, their hearts heavy with the wisdom of the ages. The chapter concluded not with finality, but with the promise of endless discovery. The monks, now bearers of profound wisdom, were not at the end of their journey, but at the beginning of a new understanding. They had embraced imperfection, found peace within chaos, and realized that the true silence they sought was not in the absence of disturbances, but in the acceptance of them. And so, in the hushed corridors of the monastery, amidst the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant murmur of the waking world, the monks stood, their hearts alight with the eternal flame of inner peace. The dawn had come, not merely outside, but within their very beings. And in that dawn, they found the promise of an endless day, filled with the beauty of acceptance, the harmony of imperfection, and the serenity of the eternal silence within. The days passed in the forest and the seasons danced in their eternal rhythm. The monks of the Cherry Blossom Monastery continued their silent journey, their steps guided not by the absence of disturbances, but by the acceptance of them. In the sacred halls, the echo of their quiet wisdom permeated the very stones, and the air seemed to shimmer with the serenity they had found within. The monks, now bearers of a profound understanding, ventured beyond the monastery's stone walls. They walked among bustling villages and quiet streams, their tranquility like a gentle breeze that caressed the hearts of those they encountered. In their presence, people found solace, not in the absence of troubles, but in the acceptance of them, for the monks carried with them the essence of the eternal silence. The lessons of the Cherry Blossom Monastery spread like ripples on a tranquil pond. Those who met the monks, even briefly, found their perspectives shifting. The world, once a daunting labyrinth of challenges, became a tapestry of experiences to be embraced. The acceptance of imperfections, once the monks' guiding principle, became a beacon for others seeking peace in the midst of chaos. As the years passed, the monks found themselves transformed, not into sages untouched by the world, but into beacons of wisdom who, like the ancient trees of the forest, had weathered storms and yet stood tall. Every sunrise brought with it new challenges, but within the monks, the eternal silence remained undisturbed, a reminder that amidst life's cacophony, there existed a sanctuary of peace. The Cherry Blossom Monastery, once a silent witness to the monks' struggles, became a sanctuary for seekers from all corners of the world. They came not merely to meditate, but to learn the art of acceptance. The monastery's corridors echoed with laughter and the soft murmur of shared stories, for it had become a haven where the acceptance of imperfections was not just taught, but lived. In the heart of the forest, where ancient cherry blossom trees whispered tales of centuries, the monks sat in silent contemplation. Their eyes, like mirrors reflecting the wisdom of the universe, gazed upon the world. They had found the eternal silence within, but their journey was far from over. It was not a destination they sought, but a way of being, a state of mind where every disturbance was met with acceptance and every challenge was embraced as an opportunity for growth. And so in the embrace of stillness, amidst the ever-changing world, the monks of the Cherry Blossom Monastery continued their endless journey. The eternal silence, once a distant dream, had become their reality. They had found it not in the absence of disturbances, but in the acceptance of them. In this acceptance, they discovered not only inner peace, but a profound connection with the universe itself. Their story became a legend, whispered in the winds that caressed the cherry blossom petals and echoed in the laughter of children playing in the village below. The monks had become living embodiments of acceptance, their legacy a testament to the boundless power of the eternal silence within, a silence that transcended the boundaries of time and space, resonating in the hearts of all who sought solace in its embrace.